All right, guys, we're going to read about the history of the bicycle. All right, take a look at these old bicycles. Holy smokes. Look how they're dressed. Wow, I think that's Ulysses S. Grant up there, the president. So we're talking about old-timey bicycles and the history of them. Okay, let's read it. We have the introduction, early bicycles, the ordinary, the safety bicycle, the future of bikes, and the glossary. Introduction. People started building bicycles in the 1800s. Since then, bicycles have grown more and more popular. Today, more than 1 billion people around the world ride bicycles. The design of bicycles has changed over time. However, one thing stays the same: 2 wheels and a lot of fun. Look at this, wooden wheels. Can you believe that? Early bicycles. Carl Dreis built the first bicycle in 1817. He called his invention the running machine. The frame and wheels of this early bike were made of wood. It had no pedals. Instead, the rider pushed the machine along with his or her feet. In the years following, inventors made many changes to the bicycle. Around 1840, the first pedals were added to the bike. The pedals turned the rear wheel with cranks attached to long rods. Pedals allowed the rider's feet to remain off the ground as he or she rode. Look at those, wow. During the 1860s, 2 French inventors made pedals that turned the front wheel of the bike. Their new bike had a heavy iron frame and tires made of iron or wood. The ordinary. Built in 1871, the ordinary had a tall wheel in the front and a small wheel in the back. The rider sat on the seat above the high wheel in front. That's interesting. The ordinary moved faster than early bikes because of its large wheel. The big wheel also caused problems. It was hard to ride up on a hill. It was also harder to get on and off the high seat. Riders often fell forward onto their heads when they tried to slow or stop the bike. All these problems made the ordinary dangerous for the rider. The safety bicycle. John Starley changed the bicycle in 1885 with the Rover Safety Bicycle. This bike looks similar to the bicycles of today. Most safety bicycles moved on 2 wheels of about the same size. The low seat between the wheels made the bike safer and easier to ride. The first safety bicycles had solid rubber tires. Later, air-filled rubber tires were added to the design. They made for a much less bumpy ride. The safety bicycle used a gear and chain system. A chain connected gears on the back wheel to another gear attached to the pedals. Riders pushed the pedals to turn the back wheel and move the bike. Different sized gears made it easier to pedal uphill, downhill, or on flat surfaces. Don't those sound like bikes of today? Safety bicycles were less dangerous and more comfortable than early bikes. Because of this, more and more people began riding bicycles. Look at that, bicycle factory in France, 1896. New York City in 1895. Look at that, how popular. The golden age of bicycles. In 1885, hundreds of bicycle factories existed in the United States. By 1900, over 10 million people in the country owned bikes. These years became known as the golden age of the bicycle. The golden age ended in the early 1900s when factories started to produce expensive automobiles. The future of bikes. Today's bikes have the same basic form as safety bicycle. However, over the years, the design has changed many times. New materials make bikes stronger, faster, and lighter than before. The bicycle timeline. The running machine. Remember, no chain? The ordinary bike where you sit up really high. Safety bicycles are kind of like the modern bike. Ooh, look at the long rider and the short rider. The Velomobile. That's pretty cool. Mountain bikes in the 70s. Long riders. Low racer. Short riders. Every year, people invent new ideas for bicycles. One inventor has designed a bike to ride over both land and water. Another has plans to make a bike from old plastic. Still another hopes to build one out of cardboard. The design of bikes will continue to change in interesting ways. No one knows. Who knows what bikes of the future will look like? All right, so let's take a look at our glossary. We have bicycle, design. All right, so we have bicycle, design, frame, gear, invention, iron, materials, pedals, and rods. And then look, bicycles, two-wheeled vehicles that people ride by pushing pedals with their feet. Design, a plan that shows how to build, make, or assemble something. Frame, a structure that gives strength and shape to an object. Gear, a toothed wheel that is part of a machine. Invention, a new device or process. Iron, a strong, hard, silver-gray metal. Materials, objects used to make things. Pedals, parts of a bicycle that are pushed by one's feet to make the bike move forward. Rods, thin, straight, smooth poles or bars, especially those made of metal. All right, you guys, enjoy this new book. Read along with me. And then I want you to, you're going to sketch. Let me pull my video up here. You're going to sketch a drawing of what a modern bike might look like. So let me get my picture up real quick. I'll tell you what I want you to do. Hi, guys. You're going to go ahead and sketch on a blank sheet of paper what your modern vision of what modern bikes are going to morph into, all right, in the future, 100 years in the future. All right, you guys, enjoy your book.